We are going into a stretch of excessive heat here for Western Mass and a good portion of the Northeast. Tomorrow is a first alert weather day, and so is Wednesday, Thursday, and potentially Friday, as we're dealing with not just a heat wave. A heat wave is, 3 consecutive days of 90 degrees or higher. This is more of an elevated heat wave where we're talking about temperatures for about 3 or 4 days hitting at least the middle 90s to even close to 100 degrees. So we've got some extreme heat, possibly record-breaking heat, plus it goes with higher humidity, which leads us to heat index values topping 100 to 105 at times, which would warrant an excessive heat warning. So tomorrow, it doesn't look like it's going to be that extreme. Mid-90s, the heat index could approach 100 degrees, so a heat advisory has been issued for all of Western Mass, including the Pioneer Valley. Wednesday, Thursday, there's the chance that the heat index approaches 105. That would mean we would get bumped up to an excessive heat warning here in the valley. Right now, it's still under a watch. They will likely make that call tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon for Wednesday. So we're going to take it day by day. But either way, we are for sure getting heat advisories at least through the end of the week. Temperatures today, the actual temperature 84, coolest day of the week, but you can see that big heat in the Ohio Valley right on our doorstep. And tomorrow that comes rushing in. And temperatures in the valley hitting middle 90s with some low 90s expected throughout the Berkshires. We will be one of the hot spots all over the eastern U.S. Actually, hotter than Florida, hotter than the Carolinas, hotter than the Mid-Atlantic. So New England gets hit really hard the next couple of days. 96 would break the record tomorrow. 96 would be just shy on Wednesday, but then Thursday and Friday we could also be talking about record-breaking heat. And if we're going to hit 100 degrees, I think it's going to be on Thursday. If we do, it'll be the first time we've hit 100 degrees since July 22nd, 2011 at Westover. And if you're curious, the hottest temperature on record for our area, those records going back to 1941, is 102 degrees, set on June 22nd, 1952. So we'll see. As far as our dew points, though, and that sometimes, all the time actually, can make the difference on whether or not we're going to see those temperatures hit 100 degrees. If the dew point's high enough, we won't get quite as hot. It'll feel as hot, but we won't get quite as hot, which is why areas in Florida typically don't hit 100 degrees because their dew points are usually well into the 70s and even low 80s. For us, we're going to have low to moderate humidity through Thursday, and then humidity skyrockets on Friday ahead of our next cold front. The heat index is going to be, I think it's most brutal for the end of the week as the dew point rises with those intense temperatures. So again, we are talking about at least 1 or 2 days with the heat index over 100 degrees for the valley. Right now, things are pretty quiet. Some patchy clouds coming through, but they're already on their way out. There's maybe a spot shower or sprinkle, but that's already gone. Your 24 showing dry conditions tonight with temperatures dropping back through the 70s this evening. Mostly clear to partly cloudy skies through sunrise with lows in the 60s. That'll probably be one of the cooler mornings of the week, too, after this morning. Then temperatures climb fast to 80 degrees at 10 a.m. We keep going with partly cloudy skies, lower 90s at 2 p.m. with some middle 90s expected during the hottest time of the day, which is between 3 and 5 p.m. Temperatures tomorrow, again, reaching unpleasant levels, especially if you're out in the sunshine all day. Plus, we're not expecting really any rain until the end of the week. While an isolated shower or thunderstorm might occur in the afternoon on Wednesday, nothing is really coming through until this cold front on Friday. So that's going to be our next chance for any kind of decent rainfall. But again, first alert weather days for heat straight through the end of the week and to kick off the summer season. The weekend looking unsettled, humid, not quite as hot, but scattered showers and storms each afternoon and evening. Monday, a cold front will come through, and behind it, humidity finally lowers for next week. Chris and Abby?